What's up?
Huzzah!
Fuck her right in the pussy. I'm bringing it back.
What a way to start. It's so funny. I was in the middle of like a, not like super deep thought, but like a fairly deep thought. And you busted in with that, fucking rocked. It's genuinely really good.
Oh, man.
That's good stuff.
That's about all I got.
Yeah, no, that's fair, man. I slept poorly, so I don't have a lot of juice in the tank.
I hear. You know what?
Ooh. What?
I slept pretty well. I'm happy to. Today, I will not be the weak link in the chain. Guaranteed.
Oh, yeah. I will say I slept poorly, but I have been awake for like several hours, so I think I'm over it.
Dude, I hear you. So I'm still like, I woke up this morning at my normal time thinking I would feel well enough to be on the bike. But I was still like a little, horking out a little alien. So I was like, maybe it's better to wait a day or two. And I was on fire in Dan's chat. I gotta stop exercising, man. I'm wasting my talents.
Yeah, dude, you can't.
6 to 8 a.m., I was like, the jokes were just hidden. Corey, I shaved my beard.
Oh, you're nice and smooth.
Yeah. I gotta say, it feels like me. I don't know if you've ever grown a beard, but I started to have I looked at myself in the bathroom mirror yesterday, and I was just like, this doesn't look right. There's like, the Wojak that looks like he's like gooned it and not taking his multivitamins? You know the forgive the verbiage, the cracked out Wojak, where he's like,
okay,
and then the beard is like coming out in straight lines from his face.
Oh yeah.
I got a vision of myself where I look like that, and I was just like, no, it's got to go. So then I took the guard down to like a 3, and I was shaving it, but it wasn't like some of the hairs it was getting, and some of them weren't getting got, and I was like, fuck that, weed whacker mode.
Yeah.
Man, yeah,
Nobody's.
I go through the same thing.
I think weekly, man. Slowly. I have had the urge frequently to shave. I think it always happens whenever it's like grossly hot out. I think that's a big part of it. But
yeah, for sure.
God, does it look bad? It's so bad, man. And like I can't. Like, there's the part of it's like, oh, who gives a shit? Like fuck it. Like what are you? Like I'm not trying to.
He's not looks maxing.
Yeah, I'm not looks maxing at the moment, but like I gotta fucking stream. I gotta be on camera. I'm like, I don't want to. I just can't have this. Over this.
Oh,
way.
my bad.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I go through it like weekly, where like I'll hit a point of stubble where I'm like, all right, this looks kind of good. This looks good, and then like one more day goes, and then like I'm like, I don't know what length this is, but like I'll wait one more day, and then I'm like, I look like I'm like dying.
Yeah,
like this hair looks horrible. I don't know. Like it's hard. Like it's the intermediate beard period, right? Where like,
yes, and like I feel like my intermediate beard period is like longer than most. Like I know some people who they're like, oh well, you just gotta like wait a week or two and it'll look good again. I'm like, nah, man, I gotta wait like 6 weeks and then
that's crazy.
My beard is not good.
Like I don't feel like mine is either. Honestly, people tell me I'm thin, just being a dickhead, but I do not think it looks great.
I have I could grow a goatee or like a really wicked Civil War mustache, like like a fucking like Van Gogh shit. But I cannot. A full beard is not in the cards for me. But yeah, I can grow a mustache, all right. And then the facial hair like on my cheeks is just non-existent.
Well, I feel like we're in kind of like a good era for bald acceptance, but a bad era for bald facial hair, because the soul patch, the goatee, and the chin strap are like all verboten right now.
Yeah,
and those are classic bald facial hair looks.
Yeah, no, I feel like my goatee like grows in insanely, and then like one of my cheeks barely grows in. I don't know why. It's just like the left side of my face just struggles.
Also, if you're a bald guy and you have like almost any facial hair now and put on sunglasses, you're associated with the wrong crowd.
Oh yeah, kind of.
I can see that. Especially if you're like filming yourself selfie mode in your car.
Yeah, like in my pickup truck. Yeah.
Fast food reviews and political analysis. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did rock I guess they were mutton chops.
Really?
Oh,
For
yeah.
a while.
I
I was
did
just
mutton
like,
chops when I was like 17.
no, it wasn't mutton chops. What's it called when like you have the mustache but no mustache and beard but no chin?
The handlebar?
Is that
Like
my
Hulk Hogan style.
Like a handlebar mustache?
kind of like yeah? I grew a beard and mustache and then just shaved like my chin off. I did that for a little while. That was kind of fun. And then
That's
I
a fun
shaved it.
one.
I was teaching kindergarten like that.
Oh, I love that.
One of the dads, when I shaved it off, was like, I was worried about you last year.
Oh, God.
White kindergarten teacher in Japan with the handlebar mustache. Doing us all a service, Corey. Appreciate it.
Hey, this was a white guy talking to me, okay?
Oh, okay. I told this before, but like in Korea, you're on those same like 1 year style contracts. So halfway through the year, like half of the teachers that I knew rotated out and a new crop rotated in. And one of the teachers had like tattoos all over his neck.
Oh, God. How'd he get the job?
One go.
I guess like I don't know if he sent like an old picture or something. Cause like
Right?
for context, parts of Asia, there's still like a little.
Yeah. It's like tattoos are like not.
There's
it's
connotations.
okay, basically, yeah.
And especially like for teaching little kids might
Yeah.
cause them to judge you. And I remember like the principal pulled me aside and was like, "Is it normal in North America to have like thank you, to have tattoos all over your neck?" And I was like, "Well, it's not normal, but it's not abnormal."
Yeah. 2, 1, go.
Wait, was this like a foreigner or a Korean?
A
asking you
foreigner,
this?
yeah.
Oh, so
One of
like
me.
from what country?
America.
2, 1, go.
Oh wait, an American was asking you about America?
No, the principal was Korean.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I
2,
wanted to know.
1, go.
I was curious if it was like a British guy. He's like, "Is this normal in America?"
I should have had more faith that we could just go to it.
Okay, 1 second, guys.
Yeah.
White aggro.
Hi, Kate.
There you go.
I think we could just vibe for most of this.
These platforms remind me of the candy you used to get in those like 25-cent vending machines at the exit of the grocery store.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like chalky. I feel like they might be
Yes.
called. Are they called certs or are certs a mint?
Certs
was
sounds.
a mint.
Certs or a
Certs
mint.
was a
Aren't they
mint,
chiclets?
That's
Chiclets
a
is
gum.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking gum.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking
I'm thinking
about.
they're like chalky on the outside.
Were you eating the chalk?
You wouldn't have a chalk vending machine right there.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, I'd be.
You know what I'm talking about? It's like
I don't
in
know
the
what
same
you're
class of like runts.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, like is it like the ones that are like America calls Smarties? The ones in the plastic.
That's very close, but these are like a little smoother than that, I would say. And they're not mint
this like-
flavored. They're like fruit flavored chalk.
Is this like a candy from like before candy was good situation? Or
You
this
know
is
I'm
like...
younger than you, right? Like I'm
No. I know, but those like those little like cursed vending machines have like a window into like a history.
That's true,
of it.
like Thrills or something like that.
Yeah, you
2,
like
1,
like.
go.
Oh, I want this candy that's attached to paper. Yep.
Yeah,
what
I
I
remember
wanna-
those little dots on the paper.
Yeah, and then you
I used to
eat
love
paper
that shit.
like a lot.
Yeah, you eat like 40% of the paper.
I still don't know what candy Ryan's talking about. I'm
You know,
trying
it
to
was
picture.
always like there were some that were like fruits, and the only good
Were
one
they,
was
like-
the banana one. And then there was
Yeah,
like
God, what?
You don't know? You don't know runts?
Are these Neko? You like the banana?
That's the only one that was well. Sometimes
Fake.
sorry, I'm stupid. I'm going back.
Some people like fake bananas, some people don't.
But
And I am one of the
sometimes
people
the
who don't.
orange hit. Okay, sometimes the
think it's
orange hit, but
hard.
mostly the banana was the best. You were right. They always had like that purple gum that tastes like soap.
Maybe the Canadian ones were different than the
Purple
American.
gum that tasted like soap.
It's called
Oh,
Thrills.
yeah, wait, I'm like falling.
I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
same.
Here, 2, 1, go. Let's just get through this part as
Yeah, this
quick
is-
as
these
we
books
can.
are-
There's
I
a
hate
weird.
this
There's a
shit.
weird hitbox
We're-
right there on that one. Yeah.
2, 1, go. Get on
So, like-
carrot. Oh, okay.
We had like our vending machines. We had like Runts was definitely one. Maybe there was like an M&M's or a Skittles, and then
Yep,
there
yep.
was like a bubblegum ball. right? Like
Yeah.
that's the
And
classic
the
one,
cool
right?
joke of the Skittles one is that it's probably the best tasting candy, but because it was in a glass container facing the sun, it would always come out as like one big ball of disgusting corn syrup.
I feel like I'm not a big candy guy. Like I was just never a big candy enjoyer. But Skittles got to be up there as one of the better ones, right?
Pretty good.
Skittles is pretty good.
I feel like that's probably a favorite. Who's riding this thing? I'm willing to try.
Yeah, Justin, you
Okay,
can
go
try.
ahead.
I'm scared.
I just,
though.
but don't go on the bridge
goes
yet. Like, just
really
go
fast.
back a little bit so you get a feel for the power.
It's
Okay.
very so it starts falling immediately.
It does
right?
fall.
think
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It sucks. It goes forward way faster than back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Oh my God. Yeah, the turning is nuts.
Yeah, it's like 16-wheel drive.
Holy. All
This
right.
horse has got some power, bro.
I'm hopeful. Wish me luck.
They're called fruit bandits. I was thinking Ryan's out here describing like Necco wafers or some shit.
You're doing great. You're doing
He's killing
great.
it. This is gonna be tough.
Just
Oh, you
walk
got
up.
it. You got it. Oh, it's tight squeeze.
Beautiful drive.
Oh, an angular squeeze. Oh my God, he's a god.
You're doing it. You're doing it.
Oh. How long is this shit? Please end.
You got this turn, and then it's straight on till morning.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh. This is so hard. So much harder than I thought it would be.
No, it'd be fucked up is if like one of these pots, like if you touched them, it blew up like Sisyphus and fucking sent your
Yeah.
ass like 9 miles backwards.
Oh my
He
fucking
did
God,
it.
dude.
He's a gamer.
That was horrific. Jesus
What the fuck do
Christ.
we have to do here? We got an angel playing a violin. They're all playing the violin. This would sound
Maybe they all need to
not
like face
great.
the middle, I would guess.
That was amazing.
Well, thank you. The
Yeah, I can
physics
still
were
hear
nutty.
the trauma in your voice.
Yeah.
Oh, it is the
Hey,
middle. Look at you
oh.
guys. You're so smart.
2, 1, go.
We all end our stream.
2, 1, go.
Shortest game of all time.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for being here today.
Yeah.
Proud and hopeful. But remember, every
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
every moment of despair, it was all my orchestration. You may have survived.
Yay!
Never truly in.
Anybody
Our
else starting
chains
to
are
miss the
gone.
It was
chain?
a chessboard. And I am.
The hell is that's the credits?
See you soon.
Why am I seeing Cody?
No.
No fear?
Polo monkey.
Slater.
Oh, 13 hours and 20 minutes, huh?
Oh dear. 13
I'm
hours.
not, I'm
and
not
20
saying
minutes.
that name.
I wasn't looking. Am I mean that I just didn't even look at the credit notes?
Whoa!
It pushed my ass.
Whoa!
I'm going in the damn sun.
Oh, no. We're getting roasted.
Summit reached.
Look at us
Our
go.
journey to the top is complete. Continue. Just continue to.
Oh.
Oh,
It's crazy. This actually looks so much like a cutscene from Dark Souls 1.
right?
What the f-
Well, not anymore. Now it looks like Dark Souls 1 again.
Wait, are we actually just in super hell?
Yo. Well, fellas, I think I'm going to go play the dolls.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
The fuck am I gonna do?
I'm gonna get to some shit too. Damn, that was
I didn't expect it to be over so quick.
that was
Like
really quick.
It was like 20 minutes. We only had to try it once.
Oh my god. So yeah, we were like we lost at the car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like 90 seconds from the end.
yeah. There were like 5 more jumps after the car, and it was over, huh?
Yeah.
That's so embarrassing.
We also lost at the car on the first box on the road.
Well, I didn't know how it handled, man.
That's fair. It also we didn't know it was gonna fall.
It's
That was
true.
also-
It's true.
That was also an unknown.
Oh man.
God.
All right, later, fellas.
Yeah, we've done
Let's,
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
let's
all
get
right.
something. Let's get something going for later. Chained Together. What a game. Probably on my top 5 games of the year so far. Librarian, have I played more than 5 games this year? I've definitely played Balatro and Sisyphus and a difficult game to climb. Those clear it. No disrespect to Chained. Oh, Cryptmaster? Cryptmaster clears it on artfulness for sure. Dark and Darker. I don't know if that's been out for 2 years or it's not out yet. Hades 2. Blueprints. Blueprints I don't think is out for a bit. But I will definitely play it once it's out. Was Lies of P this year? Bro, I was thinking about it. People put so much disrespect on Lies of P, it's actually crazy. It's hard because all the Souls games are really good except Dark Souls 2. I don't want to get into it. That's just my personal opinion. Is Lies of P better than any Souls game that isn't Dark Souls 2? No. Is it better than Dark Souls 2? Yes. I think because it compares slightly unfavorably, it's like the second highest average in like a graduating class, man. It's like, what do you call the person with the highest GPA? Valedictorian. What do you call the person with the second highest GPA? Late for dinner. TED, exactly. You call them the salutatorian? Okay, well, I didn't go to like fucking Harvard prep school, okay? We just called him Brent. I'm just saying, I feel like because most people's perception is that Dark Souls, the Souls franchise is a 10. Lies of P is like a 9.5, and they're like, as a result, I won't even give it the time of day. I would rather just play Dark Souls 3 again. It stings because you're missing out. Also, if you like Suffercore, Lies of P is harder than all of the Souls games. There's probably exceptions in specific Souls boss fights, but some of those boss fights from Lies of P are harder than anything outside of Melania and whatever's in the DLC, which is apparently even harder. Elden Ring is much harder. Bro, until you fought King of Puppets using a Hitachi magic wand with a little poison tip on the end of it, you don't know, man. The what? He said the Hitachi magic wand with the poison tip on the end of it. And then people were like, you have a full ult bar, use your ult. And then I would go like this, and the end of the wand would start to glow blue, like 2% bigger. I can't wait until the Lies of P. Miyazaki, when the Elden Ring DLC loses Game of the Century to the Lies of P, Wizard of Oz, We Represent the Lollipop Guild DLC. We talked about the earthquake yet? Google, earthquake. 8:08 a.m. in the Pacific Ocean, huh? Didn't feel it here. I might have been in the damn shower. The big one's coming. Dude, I gotta stay live then. That's like the clip of a lifetime. Ah! What are you supposed to do in an earthquake again? Do you get in the door frame or do you go out of the door frame? Are you supposed to stand outside in an earthquake? Ideally. Okay, I can definitely get outside. You can't do much against the big one. It's an unblockable. I will say I lost some faith in the human race when we woke up at 6 a.m. in Japan to our phones going, earthquake, imminent earthquake, take precautions, imminent earthquake. And then we like basically ducked and covered. And mercifully, we didn't feel anything for like 3 minutes. So we're like, okay, we're probably safe. And then I went online and like all the discourse was like, they really woke me up on my day off for that. Even though it's a miracle whispered in your ear from God, we can predict within 90 seconds that an earthquake is going to happen and be like, hey, you could save your life if you just stand under a door frame for like a couple of minutes. People are, I can't, I was in Tokyo and they sent me an alert. Turns out it was an earthquake in Nagoya. This is ridiculous. Would you be annoyed if you got an Amber Alert from Prince George? No, because I'd look at my phone and go, okay, there's an Amber Alert. white Toyota Prius, Prince George, and I just hit a button. People are, I can't believe I was enjoying my lunch with Office reruns, and then it got interrupted by the audacity of that child to be missing 75 kilometers away from me. That's not straw man. Those people exist. They're called Redditors. I'm not saying you have to like bend over backwards to virtue signal and be like, my day has been ruined because I am just feeling so bad for the family. Like, that's a good reaction, but I kind of feel like you're laying it on a little thick. But you could at least be like, oh, the mild inconvenience that I'm experiencing because of this Amber Alert, like, pales in comparison to this nightmarish situation that someone is going through. So I'm not going to complain about, like, oh, my nap got interrupted. Like, you're 44 years old. You never had a nap interrupted before for something important? So you can never complain about anything when something worse is going on? Well, kind of. I mean, as long as the two things are related, you know. If you're like, oh, you can't complain about this, like right now a meteor just struck down in Siberia, like that's a different story. You'd be like, well, those two things don't have anything to do with each other. But if you're like, oh, I'm so annoyed by this push alert that happened because of a missing child, you're like, well, you know, I would say grow up, honestly, on that one. Just for me personally. And the other thing is, you would almost feel like the older I get and, you know, as time goes on, you take on more and more responsibility. You think I'd be like more sympathetic, but that's just not the way I'm built. Be like, oh, they probably had a lot going on. They had just worked like 8 consecutive days in the ICU and like this was their only time to get a nap. But the older I get, the more I'm like, first time, motherfucker, welcome to life. When you're like 10 years old, you're like, it's my birthday, I can eat what I want. Basically, from that point onwards, like, we live in a big world with lots of data points that are colliding with each other in unpredictable ways. Sometimes what you had planned is not going to be the reality of that afternoon. You got to learn to live with that. It's the those people. Act like you've been there before. Grass water does not exist. Grass steel does not exist. Paldea, we cannot get. Paradox, I don't even know what it means. We may get a 1 today. We may get a 1. I mean, what about corefish? That, to me, it's definitely water. And what is a lobster if not a bug? That's kind of crazy to me. Water, grass should be doable. I'm so sorry for defaulting to this, but I always assume that basically I'm looking for a water Pokemon that's green or a grass Pokemon that's blue. Am I crazy if I pick Sawaddle? I mean, this is like, a duck is like a water grass Pokemon. That seems like very sensible to me. Okay? It's not a duck? What do you Sawaddle's not a duck? God is my witness, I've always thought Sawaddle was a duck. Now I realize that it grows into, like, this is a cocoon. All right, interesting. Much to think about. Dewpider. Bro, that's a bug water. Dew is water. Pider is spider, which is a bug, as long as you're not talking specifically about arthropods, but you're including arachnids. Sometimes people go, spiders aren't bugs. They have 8 legs. Bugs have 6 legs. You got it confused, careless Linnaeus. Spiders are bugs. They are not arthropods. Arthropods are insects. Bugs and insects, it's a square rectangle situation, okay? All insects are bugs. Not all bugs are insects. Case in point, spider. It's a bug, not an insect. Tomato doesn't go in a fruit salad, semantic so-and-sos. Yeah, this one's going to be tough. When did they start putting VTubers in the Pokemon? Like, you're going to seriously tell me Meloetta Aria is not a VTuber? That's crazy. It's true. Jinx is in Gen 1. You're going to tell me that Meloetta Pirouette was not singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game for the Dodgers last week? Come on, man. What is Inteleon G-Max is like a cocktail you get at a Hogwarts bar. I don't know what any of these things are, man. So he's bug steel. He's not steel grass. Unless when he goes mega, he becomes grass. It doesn't look like he becomes grass. Pinsir looks like it could become steel, though. I mean, it has like steel teeth. Honestly, it's not a horrible guess. Ludicolo. And Pharaoh seed. All right, all right. I mean, these were literally, we're just not going to get them. And we got these two, right? That's tough. Doable, but tough. Lotad! I could have gotten Lotad for sure. Kartana, this is going to sound, I'm realizing I'm stupid. Because I was thinking that Kartana could not be right because it's a paper type, but it is literally not a paper type. It's just made of paper. I guess it is grass. It's like one of the best grass DPS in Pokemon Go. Or was back when I was still playing. Paper is grass, you're right. Kind of, I guess. Costco's down 4%. Care to explain yourself? It's not my fault. I think they announced they're raising the membership price by $5 a year. And, you know, buy the rumors, sell the news or whatever. Yo, dude. 25 ounces. That's a huge bag, just so you know, of organic garden veggie straws. I love veggie straws. I don't buy them because the bag at Costco is 25 ounces. But I would say this is like in Canada, it's $7.99. I think in America, it'd probably be like $6.99. Oh, wow. Oh, man. I told you, in my wheelhouse. It was right in my wheelhouse. For Costco guys, of course we got the 25-ounce bag of veggie straws. What do you have, Sam's Club guys? We're Sam's Club guys. Of course you got the 21-ounce bag of vegetable drinkers. What do you have, BJ's guys? We're BJ's guys. What do you have, Costco guys? We're Costco guys. We got 25 pounds of meat. Boom! I love the Costco guys. One of the great sagas of the summer for sure. Easy, bro. Panama. Nah. Andorra. Nah. Congo. Cameroon. Shout out to Joel Embiid. Even warmer still. Benin. Oh, a little cooler. Mauritania. Algeria. Mali. Tunisia. Libya. Central African Republic. Western Sahara. Oh. Bro, I have no idea. It has to be an island? Oh, Sao Tome and Principe. Oh, I never would have gotten it, man. I took it from chat. I'm admitting it. Oh, brother. I got it? Yeah, we know. You're on Knowledge Bowl. Sorry, I was going to say something really mean. I was going to say we hear you practicing the questions in the bathroom stall during lunchtime. That's just my own... That's my own anger at me not getting the answer, okay? That's not your fault. That was my own emotions bubbling to the surface. I'd like to apologize for that. This is like a Nordic country, man. This is like Nordica. Are you like Estonia? Are you the Faroe Islands? Because you're not Iceland, but you look like Iceland. Oh, it's not even close, man. Like, this looks like the Arctic, man. Is this like Easter Island? Is that even a thing? Christmas Island? South of Christmas Island? What? This shit is like Antarctica, bro. Nauru. Clearly, I have no idea where the fuck Christmas Island is. I have no... Antarctica? It's north of Antarctica. That's helpful. This motherfucker encompasses the entire pole of the Earth, and they have the audacity to say it's East of that. Okay, east of the capital of Antarctica. So that's fucking anywhere. The only thing I think of is just like, this is like Mauritius or something. I don't know. But it looks like an French Southern Territories. It's not real. It's not real, man. You know, at some point you have to decide when you make these games, like, what your MO is. Because if it's guess a country, no disrespect, this is not a country. Oh, but we've already run through all the countries. You designed the game, motherfucker. You committed to that when you designed the game 3 years ago. Okay? You can't flip the script and start offering new rules because you're like, I gotta keep it fresh. They're not making more countries, dude. That's why we play the game, is so we can reinforce the existence of these places and learn them all. I think it may have just gotten cut. I'm gonna simmer on that though, because it's been a mainstay for a long time. French Southern Territories, fucking a place you drop your boat off before you go to Antarctica so you can get some more supplies. I've been workshopping a great joke. It's not really workshopping. It's every time Dan talks about taking his kid to see Despicable Me 4, I just picture the ex-hitman in the movie theater going, I can see why they call this movie Minions 4. Anyway, so this is very doable. You just got to give me 1 second here, okay? Because I only know that this has Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and I only know that this has Steve Carell. But you can definitely connect those two. So I'm thinking it's got to be Sofia Vergara, Soul Plane, Snoop Dogg. Oh my God, I did it. Sofia Vergara, Soul Plane, Snoop Dogg, Starsky and Hutch, Owen Wilson, Royal Tenenbaums, Bill Murray, Lost in Translation, Scarlett Johansson, Don John, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Treasure Planet. Now, I'd like to, I'm going to maximize my speed here, because we're not minimizing our length. Vergara, Soul Plane, Snoop, Starsky, Owen Wilson, Royal, Bill, Lost in Translation, please, Scarlett Johansson, Don John, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Treasure Planet. Time? That is pretty good. 3.5 seconds per. I can see why they call this movie Minions 4. Shortest possible 2. Yeah, but it's always like 2 actors you've never heard of. Steve Carell and Jack Angel, also known as Richard Gere. You ever see that Rayman ad where they indicate that he has a huge penis? I was subscribed to video game magazines during that era. Video game ads back in the day, it would just be like a lady shoving like a Game Boy Advance down the front of her jeans. And it would be like, you've never played anything like this before. And you'd be like, oh shit. I can't let my girlfriend get a Game Boy Advance, man. They're going to be obsolete. That's why I own like 3 of them. John Romero's going to make you his bitch. And then the game, yeah, is like a cartoon bunny that goes like, boop, boop. This bunny's going to fuck you up. Boop, 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 boop. You've never played a game like this before. And it's just bad Mario. Okay, this is Korean barbecue. I don't know what else to tell you. You know you're at Korean barbecue because it's probably like 11:10 a.m. and they got 3 bottles of soju around them already. Also the grill. Gogi Gui, also known as Korean barbecue. Spaghetti. Noodles, chicken, garlic, soy sauce, sesame oil, baby bok choy. This is like lo mein or something. It's from China. It's from Hong Kong? It's from Taiwan. It's called bak mi. from Malaysia? It's from Indonesia. Indonesia's got a lot of food representation in FoodGuessr. I'm not saying anything, I don't mean anything by that. Okay, it was also Belgium, in case you're curious, my mistake. Salted pork fat maple syrup. There's no shot this shit is Canadian, is it? I mean, I see maple syrup, I think Canada. But, like, I don't know anybody eating, like, maple syrup chicharron. But it could be, like, I don't know. It could be French-Canadian cuisine or something. What else could it be, man? Oreille de Crise. Traditional dish from Quebec. This name translates to Christ's ears. I've never seen it in my life. I don't believe I've ever heard of it, but I guess maple syrup is kind of a giveaway. Me munching on Christ's ears. We're a super foodie. You ever been to a sugar shack? Yes, I have. I'm embarrassed to admit it. You ever built an igloo? Yep. Yeah, like for sport, not to sleep in, but for sport, yeah. The gross 17th century man Hennig Brand discovered phosphorus by boiling 1,500 gallons of what substance? Manure. What? One of the most popular commercial estrogens is made by getting what stuff from pregnant horses? Pee? Oh, urine. I was trying to think of what other stuff specifically you would get from a pregnant woman besides a baby. I was like, you don't want to know. The same year as Love Gun, what band made its comic book debut in Howard the Duck 12? That's the Knights in Satan's Service, brother. About 3/4 of Venezuela get drained, congrats, by what river that Christopher Columbus saw? I don't know other rivers in South America. The Rio Grande. Sail Away. This Enya song name checks what river that's surprisingly unrelated to the Spanish word for gold. Orinoco. All right. It's the hardest fucking question of all time, man. I have no idea. I did think the song was called Sail Away, Sail Away, Sail Away. Antonio Banderas played an athlete with vertigo in what weird 1986 film by Pedro Almodovar? Meaning pricker. A picador is an assistant to what sort of artist athlete who never leaves a living opponent? Am I insane? Why are all the questions about Spain, man? Sorry, I pushed my desk. I didn't know I had that kind of strength. Bullfighting job that's Spanish for killer. Matador. It must be. German chocolate cake was invented in what country? USA. That's a given. Check Reladle. It's so doable today. Okay, Reladle. Listen, I'm getting myself in trouble here. I'm still a little mad at Reladle for not having Kanye West in the list. You don't have to be a fan of everything that Kanye West has ever said to know that he's connected to Jay-Z, Nas, Nicki Minaj, etc., okay? Like, you can't, this game is science. You can't just, it's like pulling, like, Mussolini off of Wikipedia or something like that. I get it, he did horrible stuff, but at the same time, like, we need to learn, man. We need to learn. It's part of history. You can't just be unpersoning people. It compromises the integrity of the dolls. He is in the game? Yeah, because I kicked up a freaking stink, man. Okay, Smash Mouth to the Jackson 5 seems very doable. Nicki Minaj, Nas to Kanye West to Nicki Minaj. Nas to Jay-Z. Okay, so I understand he said some stuff that he shouldn't have said. Did they delete Kanye West from the earth? There's no way Jay-Z's related artist does not have Kanye West in there. They unpersoned him, man. He doesn't exist anymore. You're right, they got Diddy in here, man. Ludicrous. I don't know. How about Twista to Kanye West? It doesn't exist, man. He's been removed. He's been removed from the earth. I would think, although the Jackson 5 are good, they are connected to mid. So, I think we start with Hootie and the Blowfish to pull ourselves back in time while remaining in mid. Matchbox 20 might be the middest, but this is like, they're having a mid off here for sure. Counting Crows, Sugar Ray, Matchbox 20, Dave Matthews Band, Train, and the Goo Goo Dolls. They're calling it some of the motliest crew of mid bands that have ever existed in history. Really? You're going to slander Matchbox 20? What the fuck are you talking about, man? I'm not crazy, I'm just a little baby. It's 3 a.m. and I'm on the game. When the rain gonna wash away, I believe it. Really? Smooth is a good song? That's not Matchbox 20, and it's not a good song. It's Santana featuring Rob Thomas. Stop trying to pull me forward in time. Counting Crows. It's the same bands. At least they're quarantined, man. Like, nobody's breaking containment. Okay, take me to Train. Go like maybe TLC. TLC is a good get there. I feel like Mariah Carey and Janet Jackson right there. Janet Jackson to Michael Jackson to the Jackson 5. That's the best I've ever done. 12 guesses, I can absolutely live with it. Shortest path, no doubt the Cardigans. Love Fool? Love me, say that you love me. Jamiroquai, James Brown? From the Cardigans to Jamiroquai, that's a jump where you got to do a 3, 2, 1, go. I can't buy chat. Oh no, was this... Sorry, I've seen your name around here for like a decade. Is it possible that I've alienated you because the Goo Goo Dolls are like your comfort band? Listen, I have a lot of nostalgic bands that like they wormed their way into my brain when I was a kid or a teenager, and I assigned meaning to the music, and then as an adult, it hits that part of the brain, bypassing the critical filter. But you have to acknowledge as an adult it is trash without taking offense to it. Go listen to I'm Still Here from the Treasure Planet soundtrack right now. My dog, you were 31 years old. Come on. You're really typing that sentence? Is that what you saw? Is that what you saw your adult life looking like? Treasure Planet still hits. All right. Is it possible that you saw it when you were 9 and that has that's responsible for some of the positivity you feel towards it? I, on the other hand, was a scholar. I was like 13. Why do you hate meaningless things? Because it's funny. You got to remember, I'm from like an earlier era where you could like make fun of like a cartoon by calling it a cartoon. And people would be like, that's true, it's a cartoon. Nowadays, people are like, you're a bad person. And I'm like, well, you know, it's your word against mine, I suppose. When was the last time you called your mom? She calls me to dinner every night. And I say, it's 5:57, dinner's supposed to be at 6, Mom. Fuck you. Sort these people by how old they were when they won the Grammy Award for Best New Artist, starting with the oldest. Okay, I'll tell you, LeAnn Rimes was young as fuck. She was like 14 years old when she like blew up. Olivia Rodrigo and Billie Eilish, also very young. Olivia Rodrigo might be like 19 or 20 now. Billie Eilish might be like 23 now, but Bad Guy was like 5 years ago. So I think it's this, man. I think Megan Thee Stallion was the oldest. Sheryl Crow, Carrie Underwood, Olivia, Billy, Leanne. Okay, honestly, I'm goated. And you're gonna say I'd never beat the allegations. What did I tell you? She was someone in chat. Who I see you. I see you, motherfucker. Was she really that young or was she like 20? West Elm Caleb. You've been trolling for like 2 days. Then I see you in Dan's chat and you got like post-nut clarity. And you're like, sorry, I've been having a rough couple of weeks. I didn't mean to troll you that much. And then you come back to my chat and you start trolling me again. She was really that young, bro. Unlike you, my ass was alive when How Do I Live Without You hit #1 on every chart in every country in every genre on Earth. I'm just waiting. Because I saw earlier they said, hey, you have to accept NL has lots of good takes, but music isn't one of them. Okay, you love Train, you love the Goo Goo Dolls. You probably think that the Velvet Underground and Nico is one of the most boring albums ever made. Listen, everybody's got tastes, okay? Some of them are better than others. Yeah, it is. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. It's your words. It's your words against you. Music tastes can't be compared. I mean, they can definitely be compared. Because that's the thing. You're the asshole for insulting Train. Okay, well, like, you're the fucking asshole for insulting Lil Ugly Man then. By saying that my music taste is all ass. I'm content. You know, the people say let people enjoy things. I'm content to say let people hate things, especially in media. But the thing is, if you insult Lil Ugly Mane and I insult Train, you can't act like the bigger person. You're listening to Train, dude. Meet Virginia? Are you crazy? You're like, oh, I got to do the dishes. Alexa, play Meet Virginia by Train. She smokes a pack a day. Wait, that's me. But oh, no. Sorry, I've heard Meet Virginia too much recently. Play Hey Soul Sister. Ain't that Mr. on the motherfucking radio? Really? The host of The Voice or what? America's Got Talent? Come on. This one's freaking me the fuck out, man. Is this Dan? This is Peter Dinklage, right? No? Okay. I'm staring into his eyes. I think this is Matt Damon. I think this is young Matt Damon. Oh, female's birth date, September 2002. Oh, okay, so it's like a 22-year-old woman. I had no... Sydney Sweeney? Are you Sydney Sweeney? Known for... Oh, it's Jenna Ortega! I totally see... Okay, Jenna Ortega for sure. And then a male is not Matt Damon. Born in 1981. I don't know, brother. It sounds a little bit like Matt Damon. Known for Lord of the Rings. It's Elijah Wood? Yeah, I guess I could see it. I guess, like, the question that I'm asking is, like, why is this a little boy instead of a fully grown person? Like, why is it a little boy with a mustache? I don't know. Something ain't right, man. They're sort of not a fully grown person. Oh, dude, you could do Faces Archive. Yeah, I would go back and do a couple Faces Archives for sure. I'm regretting it. Dude, I hate to say this. I feel like the AI has gotten a lot better because that is definitely just like a picture of Nicolas Cage and then maybe like Will Smith's face sort of like superimposed on it. Yep. They improved the algorithm at some point. I feel like this is Owen Wilson. No, it's Brad Pitt. It's Owen Wilson. It's Tom Cruise, most well known for Edge of Tomorrow, and Emily Blunt, his co-star. And together they make Brad Pitt, the perfect human. It does kind of look like the handsome Squidward, right? Something about it. I'm not, listen, this person doesn't exist. I'm not saying this to be rude. But like, they're so ugly that they're hot. Does that make sense? They're obviously not ugly. I'm saying that they're hot. Yeah, does the opposite exist? Absolutely. I think someone can become so hot that they become ugly. Usually it's like some kind of botched like plastic surgery or something like that where you're like, that just didn't take right. This is like the opposite. Is like they've stacked up so many idiosyncrasies that actually it is merged into like greater than the sum of its parts. What about non-traditionally ugly? You don't hear that too much, but yeah. 1997, 183 million views. This is Closing Time by Semisonic. Nope. It's I Love a Magician by the Dismemberment Plan. Maybe cue that one up on Spotify, West Elm Caleb. Is this Song 2 by Blur? Yep. Yes, it is. Bass, because the bass is iconic. One of the worst ever, for sure. That is like an old ringtone. No, don't make me be insulted and then insult you in kind because my feelings got hurt. I'm not the right guy for video game Bandle. I'm stopping short of saying I listen to real music, but I'm just saying, like, you will not... I know some songs from video games. I know. But whenever they're like, oh, that's fucking Mahogany Portrait from Paper Mario, The 1,000-Year Door. How do you not know that? And I'm like, because I'm listening to fucking Bob Dylan's 1975 album Desire, motherfucker. I don't know all that shit. I didn't go to OC Remix. I was listening to Apologies to the Queen Mary from Wolf Parade, dude. You didn't see Dylan live either? I did see Dylan live. It was really bad. But that's okay. And that was like 14 years ago, and he's still performing, which is crazy. But apparently it's kind of like a coin flip. It is. I wonder who's older, Joe Biden or Bob Dylan? Joe Biden, age, 81. Bob Dylan, age, 83. Okay. Bob Dylan, do not run for president, okay? Just keep on keeping on that Outlaws tour with Willie Nelson and Alison Krauss and Robert Plant. How old is Willie Nelson? I think he's 91. Yep, he's 91 years old. Bro was 6 when World War II broke out. That's fucking crazy. He wasn't involved? Yeah, no, I know, but like still. He's like 13 when it ended. That must have been, I mean, I'm not trying to be sensitive. That must have been a fucking vibe, dude. You enter the 9th grade. Surprise, the World War just ended. Oh, yeah, what a rush, man. You imagine being in fucking like math class with your abacus and the teacher came in with like a telegram. And it's like, guess what, everybody? The war ended 4 days ago. Yes! Imagine the vibe, man. You're right, the parties must have gone crazy. Bring your washboard, bring your jugs, bring your spoons. That's all right. I would show up for sure. I'd be breaking it down. I think I'd be a jug guy, honestly. I don't really understand what the washboard does. It's kind of like ASMR. That's not what music was like back then. It might have been in Abbott, Texas, where Willie Nelson's from. Population 359. Sorry. I really did not expect to see a 3-digit number when I clicked on that. Oh, man, that was a big surprise. Oh, dude, its population peaked at 713 110 years ago. I'm not even being a hater. They have like, they're like, this is Abbott City Hall. I'm sorry. This is like such a coastal elite thing. It's just funny to me because it's not what I'm used to. Come on, man. That shit's like a damn flower shop or something. I'll just end the stream. Notable people from Abbott, Texas. Bobby Nelson, Willie Nelson's sister, and Willie Nelson. That's sick, though. I mean, for a town of like, you know, a few hundred people, that's pretty good, man. It's actually, it's such a bad look, but it feels so empowering to make fun of a place where if the whole population showed up in chat, we wouldn't even notice. Like if 357 people all were like, hey, fuck you, Abbott's a great place to raise kids, it would just scroll right by. It's a victimless crime, people. It's a victimless crime. They don't got internet. They might. They got City Hall. I'm joking. I'm joking. It looks like a nice place to unplug, man. Canadle made it to the top of the subreddit. Okay, you know what? Is it a Canadian trivia game? Canadle.ca? Play. What's that, eh? That's a Metro Town parking lot? Hint, it's a specific term in Canada. This is the Parkade on Brock Street. Parkade is more widely used in Canada. In the USA, parking garage is more common. Really? I'm an average Canadian. How about that? I didn't know that. I see the words sometimes, but I mean, I'm kind of like becoming American, fortunately and unfortunately. So when I see the word parkade, my head just translates it immediately to parking garage. What about a parkade that's an indoor park and arcade? They don't have third places anymore. They don't exist. Yeah, that's what I would have did. Okay, let me just check this out, VIP Daniel. Let me take a peek at this one. Yeah, that's what I would have did. It's in 3 chats, and one of them is Chibley's. I gotta put an X on that one, but it is really close. I did think about it for a minute. Couple of reasons. One of them, I'm not sure it has that much universality or that much specificity. The GIF itself is kind of unremarkable. You just see the GIF and you recognize what it is and you laugh a little bit. And then the other one is, I don't want this guy to come to my house and kill me and my family. By the way, I know Apollo's not here because he's streaming, but Apollo is the ultimate emote hypocrite on Twitch. He was bugging me in Dan's chat. He's like, you've got to add cinema. You know, cinema? 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 And I was like, why do you want me to add cinema? And he's like, I think it would be Kino. And I said, listen, buddy, I go to your chat, I type Pog, I hit tab. You know what I end up debasing myself with in chat? Pog bones. You don't have any other kind of pogs or pauses, or you only have kek W. You don't have any other keks added. And then all of a sudden, like you're going to start dictating to me what emotes I should have in my chat? Ridiculous. You don't have pause either? Wait, really? Oh, dude, I got to... Fuck, yeah, that's what I would have did. I got to go add pause. That's a good ad. That's a classic ad, man. That's like ordering tortilla chips to start your meal. Like, nobody's going to be like, oh, I don't like tortilla chips. This isn't like getting taco wasabi or something. Hello, Apollo. We were just talking about you. You will find no quarter here, Benedict Arnold. I was saying I'm not going to add cinema because you don't get to dictate to me what emotes to put in my chat. When I type Pog in your chat, and it's like Pog Bones comes up on the autocomplete, which is embarrassing as fuck for a 35-year-old man to be typing Pog Bones. Oh, but the original Pog guy has some bad opinions about January 6th. Yeah, I know, but it's like the emote is Pog, man. You can't remove Pog from the ecosystem. It's part of the history, man. And if you don't know history, you're doomed to repeat it. I think you can type Pog or PogChamp and have the original face come up and not be accused of necessarily being like a January 6th supporter. Now, some of you probably are, and you know, that's your cross to bear. I'm not, personally, but I'm still using Pog because it's Pog. I mean, like, the thing is, like, what's the other one? Komodo hype. I'm sorry, but Komodo hype is like heckin' big pupper energy, and Pog Bones is like even worse. Pog Bones is like fur baby energy. Komodo hype is heckin' big pupper. I would rather just go with the OG and deal with the consequences, quite frankly. Finally, someone said it. Because, like, again, we're going way too much into emote psychology, but, like, when you type Pog Bones, I know what you're seeing in your head is Pog. But you're like, oh, I have to, like, put the safety filter onto my Pog so that people don't accuse me of something untowards. But inside of your brain, you are seeing Pog. You're not seeing Pog Bones. So until they come up with a better Pog, because the ones that they turned into Pog are way worse. You use Pog Bones? The only reason I use it in your chat, Apollo, is because probably like the day that shit came out, you deleted the real Pog. But I still Pog regardless. It's just I don't have the right to free speech in your chat to say what I want to say because the emote's been deleted. So the only way that I can express myself is via Pog Bones, which is the structure of the system. It's not the structure of my brain. What's the other one that's like, you try to type Kek W, but they don't have Kek W, so you get the one that's like Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal going like, yes, that's it. Kekheim, that is not it, man. Kekheim is horrific. You can't do that, man. You can't be like, this emote on BTTV is famous, like let's make one that's universal, but not the same thing. Either like make the real one universal or, I don't know, just don't do that. Tell fascists to stop co-opting the terms. Bro, they co-opted Kek. Kek is still in the emote name. You still have to type K-E-K. They didn't do anything. They didn't fix it. They're solving a problem that doesn't exist, man. All right, we're back with Assassination 3. Happy to see you, Apollo. The chat just gets a little bit more excited when there's like a verified chatter stirring the pot. I appreciate it. I mean, Dan was blessed this morning. He had you, he had me. He got raided by that VTuber who said they were shy, and then Dan spoke about them at length for like 15 minutes, inevitably making them very uncomfortable, I'm sure.
Monthly pack drop. Clavio, welcome in. Don't do a raid message, acting natural. Thank you for coming in. Just be normal. I'm gonna show you normalcy. Enjoy this, because you probably have no idea who I am, Clavio, but here's, if you're coming in from the raid, here's what we're all about while I Google you. I just like to say,
it was cheese to meet you.
just watch my new favorite streamer.
The cheesiest stream that ever cheesed the side of the Mississippi.
This is Clavio, ladies and gentlemen.
We must away.
Wait.
We must find.
Good luck on the DLC grind. I'm on the final boss of it at tree 18 and it's still pretty difficult.
How did you become anime?
And I know I'm a VTuber, but would it be weird if I rated a non-VTuber?
No, not weird at all. Wait. Are you is Clavio? Everyone at Clavio, did you just say we're a non-VTuber? Excuse me, Clavio. Is Clavio still here? I look. It could be one of those things where a raid comes in and then they bounce. I mean, why would the streamer leave that raided us once we pull up their stream to watch them. I mean, like, it's not like that's awkward at all watching yourself on someone else's stream reacting to them for the first time. Did Clavio leave?
Kind of weird, yeah. Okay, let's do it then. I'm gonna go over.
It's not. Hold on. We're not a VTuber. Someone who just came in from Clavio's raid, hit the follow button right now and tell me we're not a VTuber. Keep your eyes in the bottom right-hand corner. Toby Epic Gamer, tell me we're not a VTuber. Tell me we're not a VTuber. You see that? See the VTuber in the bottom right corner? Oh, this is not over. This is not over. Hold on. Do I have any anime music to play? Dan, this is how you ensure that no VTubers raid you in the future. No. This is not over. This is not over. How about a little Persona? This is not over. We're gonna find Clavio on Twitter. It's not over. Clavio just raided and left. That's okay. It's not over. I'm Clavio, a shut-in dorm mouse. What's a dorm mouse? I'm very shy. What we're doing? Look, Clavio. You're not asking to be less shy, but this will help a little bit. This will help. How do I send a
Dan's
tweet?
villain arc has just been unlocked.
It's not villain. How do I send a tweet? Hey, thank you for the raid. I can't say one slight correction. It is nice to be raided from a fellow VTuber. Is there an anime smile face? Is that anime smile face? Oh, it's cat. Okay. No, chat. Whether it's one person coming in on a raid or 846 people coming in on a raid, I appreciate it nonetheless. My only discrepancy is that Clavio said, would it be weird to raid a non-VTuber? But if you look at one of our Twitch tags, ooh, we are a VTuber.
The LinkedIn bit was good though.
Dan, is blue roses on a first date cringe? It's her favorite flower. Trying to reel this thing back in. How do you know her favorite flower before you even gone on a first date? And be careful. There's a lot of people watching right now. And I wouldn't want you to self-incriminate. It was in her LinkedIn bio? Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Everyone can be helped. All right, everyone can be helped. Everyone can be helped. Blue roses? No, not on the first date. That's like date 10, okay? Like, I can't paint you. I gave you the blueprint, and you're doing stuff like looking up her LinkedIn before you go on a first date. Like, just work with me a little here, please. Just a little, just a tiny bit. I'll give you 10 pieces of advice. Just take one of them. Just one.
Let's go.
Wait, don't people get notified when someone visits their LinkedIn page? Yes. He's cooked. You're cooked already on the first date.
Now, Dan. The blue roses will go well with the red flags.
+2. I'll give you that one. Why does she have that on her LinkedIn? That's not the right question. The question is, why are you looking at her LinkedIn before you've gone on a date? She can see that. And it's weird, okay? I'm not gonna mince words anymore. It's weird. She's gonna be creeped out. She's gonna block you on everything. And it's over. How'd you find her? LinkedIn, brother? I don't even want to give this any runway because there's gonna be imposter syndrome. More people are gonna do this because they think it's gonna lead to success. I assure you, it will not lead to any of
My man.
it will lead into a on your front door. Excuse me, sir. This is a restraining order. Please stop it. Someone just said Hawk Tua on the Ring camera. Sorry. All right. Hawk Tua doesn't have to be little brother. It could be Tommy Lasorda doing that on the first baseline after Nolan Ryan strikes out Mike Piazza. All right. No, it doesn't have to be.
Okay, so for anybody who wasn't there, someone in Dan's chat, and they might be here now, and I'm not putting you on blast, okay? But they said, hey, Dan, is 12 blue roses too much for a first date? It's her favorite flower. And Dan was just like, I mean, the Cliff Notes, he's like, I don't even know where to start with that one. Yes, it's too much for a first date. How did you know that it's her favorite flower? Like, you shouldn't even know what her favorite flower is before you've even been on one date. And then he was like, I met her on LinkedIn, and everyone was like, oh man, it's like the more answers you get, the more questions follow. Like, and he was trying to help him out a little bit, which I think there was some good advice that he should appreciate. I told him you should bring one blue rose and you should say, do you like this flower? Some girl at the coffee shop gave it to me for some reason. Like that, it was like, oh, that's lying. Yes, it is lying. But do not do that. It would be funny. Honestly, it would be better than giving her a dozen of her favorite flower on the first date. It might not be the best option, but I think it would be better than giving her a dozen of her favorite flower on the first date. Unless you're in a time machine to like the 1700s and she's like, you know, your third cousin whose son is going to inherit the Duchy of Dartmoor or whatever. In which case you're probably chilling, but no better way to start a relationship than with a lie. Bro, what are you talking about? Probably every relationship starts with a lie. Oh, I can't do Saturday, I'm busy. How's Thursday night? What are you going to tell your therapist? Like, oh, our whole relationship was founded on a lie. That every human interaction intersects with lying at some point. We take damage from breathing. I'm not even joking, by the way. So I'm still like a little under the weather. Like when I woke up this morning, I did shoot an alien out of my nose and then took some Dayquil. But I do think that whatever virus infected me this weekend outcompeted the virus that was giving me chronic bronchitis. It's like rock, paper, scissors. It's like chronic bronchitis beat me, but then this virus beats bronchitis, but now I'm beating this virus. It's a damn battlefield in there. Okay, I'm very wary about this because I'm pretty sure as soon as I stop blending in, everyone's going to like John Wick 2 on me. This dude has a hairline tattoo that says Carpe Diem. I'm not messing with him, buddy. Get me out of here. Best way to eat canned tuna? You might think my food takes are crazy now. This is like me softening into a more sane adult. I had a summer job. We take those. In my first summer off from university. For lunch, I used to bring a can of tuna and yellow mustard. And I would open up the can, drain it in the sink. I'd rinse the sink out afterwards so it didn't smell like fish more than it had to. And then pour some mustard into the can, mix it up and eat it. 120 calorie lunch. Yeah, it's one of the reasons that I stopped doing that. Because you would like eat lunch and then like 20 minutes later you would be hungry. And you'd be like, what? I just ate lunch. Turns out that like potatoes, bread, rice, like all that stuff is actually like It can serve an important purpose in bulking out the calorie count of your actual meals. Soup for lunch, one of the worst plays of all time. I agree. The exception is if you're sick or if it's a soup that's like a very rich soup, like a pho or something like that. But like a Campbell's style soup for lunch, if you're not sick, is literally like 180 calories. Like you can't sustain another half day of labor on that with a smile on your face at least. For lunch, I'm like an 800 calorie lunch, Andy, for sure. Dinner runs the gamut. Lunch, I try to lunch max for sure. Because I have a very small breakfast because I'm late for stream every day. So then by 2 p.m. when I eat lunch, I'm like starving. And then for dinner, I'm usually like, I'll just eat whatever's on my plate. And then maybe like, if I need to modify it after, I'll just eat like 4 apples. Thought on meat and bread porchetta sandwiches. Meat and bread, I like it as an establishment. I feel like maybe they're doing the right thing. JJ Bean, there were like 3 JJ Beans, and then the next year there were 100. Meat and bread, there's still only like 2 or 3 locations, right? Sometimes it just annoys me though, because it's all made with like real food. Sometimes you go to Meat and Bread at like, 2 p.m. and they're like, we're out of porchetta. And I'm like, well, then I'm out of here, man. I'm gone. Do you believe in jinxes? I don't, but it's the kind of question I know that you shouldn't answer because it literally sounds like you're from like a horror movie right now. I'm going to leave the briefcase. Don't let me forget it when I leave the mission, okay? Maybe there's a better way in. Like, that's the first line in like a A24 horror movie trailer. Do you believe in jinxes? Ping. You're in one. Chat, is Timex a good watch brand? I was looking through my drawer. I found a Timex watch that I bought in 2012. It is missing a battery, but I could always just like every minute, I could just pull out like the time and then move it ahead like 1 minute or something like that. Which watch is it? It's a watch that was recommended in like every r/male fashion advice thread in 2012. I believe it's called the Timex Weekender with the olive band. Hit pretty nice at age 24. I'm not sure. At age 35, maybe I need to take a different approach. That's a classic. How much is it worth? Watches are pricey, right? How much is this one worth? Like 500 bucks, 30 bucks? That's not that bad. I think I probably paid like 40 bucks for it. So it's held its value better than most things. I bet a good watch costs as much as a gaming PC. Yeah, but unlike a gaming PC, it stays good forever. I'm not a watch guy, I think. I don't know. I've never dabbled in watches, so I don't know if I'm a watch guy. I don't find the idea of being into watches particularly appealing. I am starting to find it appealing, the idea of wearing a watch. I don't know. Just one more thing to put on your wrist. Just use a Fitbit. Yeah, Fitbits are cringe. I don't think they're cringe. I don't know. Maybe I'm too beholden to myself, but for me, I'm like, I don't need to know how many calories like I'm burning when I'm playing with my kid. That just seems like spiritually vacant to me, but I also think I'm becoming a caricature of myself in that regard. I think I'm putting on airs and these are just people that are like living their lives. I'm not, if you were, I would never insult a Fitbit or an Apple Watch wearer, because I know that like probably 70% of chat is wearing one right now. At least a fitness tracker to me makes more sense than like having access to email on your wrist. Like I really don't want to have access to email, Discord, Twitter, YouTube, whatever on my wrist. That for me is a step too far. I like to build like a little Faraday cage around my physical body at least. I guess it would be nice to have like a Fitbit or an Apple Watch where if I had a heart attack, it would call 911. That would be kind of sick. What about like a watch that serves like no purpose but just like tells the time? That sounds kind of cool too. Are you so concerned about heart attacks lately? I think like your mid-20s is where you start to be like, oh, my real life has started. And your mid-30s, like I feel great, but just things start to possibly happen in your life where you're like, oh yeah, nobody lives forever. Hannah, why'd you shave the beard? I think I talked about it during Chained Together today, which I can't believe we played and beat in 20 minutes. Squeaks could never, except for that time that maybe he did. I saw myself in the mirror yesterday, and it like wasn't the beard I grew up with. It was like it was kind of getting curly, and I would even possibly describe it as like a little puby. And then I tried to trim it shorter, but like the clippers don't hit all the hair like the same way. So you got to do like 17 passes of it. And then I was like, I just got to simplify it, honestly. Why? This is really bad. I'm going to need this Bartoli. We'll come back for you, sniper rifle. Don't get it twisted. I got the yayo, relax. The gun, please. Where's the camera? Well, you all gotta go. It's that simple. Oh, campaign failed. Fuck you, Santa Fortuna! They buried this dude in Fort Knox! I had to get like 20 different disguises just to get in there. I had to blow up the door with a fire extinguisher.
Back to the drawing board, 47.
Shit was impossible. Anyway, long story short, the other thing is, and it's, I'm loath to admit it, okay? But I think I'm at the age and the gray hair pattern where I feel like I benefit from not intentionally making myself look older. I know when you're like 18, you're like, I gotta get a beard because like I'm a man now. But like I've been a man for like a long time. I kind of want to look like a little bit more boyish.
I'm sure you learned a few useful tricks.
I think the stubble's the way to go, man.
Take on a new assignment.
I don't think the beard was horrible, but it was... I'm not touching that one. I don't think the beard was horrible, but I didn't feel, I don't know, I didn't feel 100% comfortable in it. Twink rebirth. I know what to do! Well, I gotta do it when nobody sees me, though. How do you serve food in Hitman? You need a waiter disguise. But then can I just serve food to anybody, or do I have to wait for them to come to me? Oh, wait, she's so killable, dude. It's over.
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the syndicate. You should get back to the safe house. I'll contact you later.
Yeah, I saw her at the spa earlier with...
Saw her at the spa.
I had to leave.
You're kidding me.
I mean, they're never gonna find me. They saw it go down, but they're never gonna find me.
Felt like punching her lights out too. I mean, she made a mockery of the judicial system.
It is a little chaotic in here. Occupied? It worked. What are you doing in here? The door was locked. I wish I could take her fit. Hitman's not that progressive.
Who are you?
What even? You came into my bathroom!
No.
Yamate! Yamate!
Mister, you're not supposed to be here.
Are
You
you...
want to call security?
Yeah, call security.
I have a lot of gas right now.
Yeah, do it.
Get out of here. Who are you? If you don't have an appointment, you must leave immediately. No, you just turn around and leave, mister. Mister, you're not supposed to be here. Do you want me to call security?
Nihongo dekimasen?
I need this space for me only. I need this space without you in it. Bugger off. I have a lot of gas right now. You better get out of here.
Honestly, the world has no place for that kind of insolence. All right, now we got problems. And now, we got no problems. Because I'm a new man. Hot freaks! Who's the dude with the cowboy hat? That's Woody. The one with the wings is Buzz.
Roger that. I don't believe you have...
That's so good, man. They're like, you can't do that, but I've already ridden my bike away on the grass. I watched GoldenEye yesterday. That movie does fuck. That's a great movie. I know we were talking about it because the poster fucks. That whole movie fucks, man. That scene where James Bond and Xenia Onatopp are like fighting, but also intimating and having intercourse inside of the sauna. Sheesh, dude, that movie is Kino. They don't do that. It's now James Bond. Like the Daniel Craig movies have been good, don't get me wrong. And the Pierce Brosnan ones after GoldenEye are like kind of ass, but they were cooking the first one. In GoldenEye 1, they were cooking, man. That was like, it's almost Crank 2 high voltage level. But now James Bond's like, I'm depressed. I'm depressed. My movies are all pretty good now. I'm depressed. Get a life, man. More people in Gen Z have seen Streets 112 than have seen GoldenEye. I would take the under on that one, but I would say I think there's a chance you're right. Certainly among terminally online Generation Z denizens, Streets 112 might have more traction than GoldenEye. Did you see this tweet? Could you eat this in an hour for $100,000? And it was just a regular American portion-sized burger, drink, cheese curds, and sundae. Listen, I'm so thankful that my Twitter feed has gotten rid of like most of that stuff. Like the algorithm is starting to cook, even though it does give me like F1 K-pop stans. I'm literally just stretching my legs. But like almost all the interaction bait, which is like, tell me, what are your thoughts on this? And it's like a 17x free booted video from 2008. I don't see any of that, thankfully. The thing now that's driving me crazy is like everybody knows that the return to trad accounts are like dog whistles for fascism, essentially. Like at first you're like, yeah, wouldn't it be nice if my fucking Boston pizza looked like the Parthenon? And then like 6 weeks later you're like voting for Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Anyway, listen, I'm not trying to get into that. But now the new dog whistle is really pissing me off because instead of it being 2,000 years ago, it's like fast food prices when I was fucking 20. Now every second tweet that I see on my feed is like, look what they took from you. And it's like a Chipotle burrito bowl costing like $7.10 instead of like 18 bucks. I'm like, I was fucking alive back then, man. But imagine if you're like 19 years old, that kind of rhetoric is very seductive. You're like, wow, 2008 must have been like a paradise. Yeah, as long as you ignore the fact that there was like, I don't know, 12% unemployment or something like that. And like 1 in 8 of your friends had like a dad who was unemployed and had to like pull them out of college for the year because they couldn't afford tuition anymore. And all financial markets crashed like 35 to 60% or something and stayed there for 2 years. This is no big deal. But the footlongs were cheap, man. And admittedly, I was kind of insulated from that stuff because I was, you know, very young. So I was mostly reaping the benefits of the $5 footlongs, I'll admit. But you got to look at that stuff in totality. And the worst ones are the ones that are like disingenuous. It's like a commercial of a limited time promotion where like a Taco Bell burrito is 89 cents 20 years ago compared to like inflated DoorDash prices at like a Taco Bell in San Francisco on the app, and you're like, come on, man. You gotta at least do an apples to apples comparison. Please tell me when I hit this, everybody goes, oh. Alright, chat, real quick. Let's make some enemies, okay? Most annoying thing that people do in public, someone breaks a glass in a restaurant and another table either shouts "Opa!" or starts clapping their hands. In the cafeteria in college, that's one thing, okay? But like, we're all grown adults here, okay? You don't need to draw attention to somebody who just made a mistake. It's not that big of a deal. Welcome to Banri. Leonard Hall sends its regards. Perfect crime just happened. I can't see, bro. What the tuna? Oh no! Extinction event! Sorry about that one, y'all. No more fucking around. You didn't see that. We're still cool. They haven't gotten... Okay, they sussed me out. Get low. Knock him out. Take his gun. Hang on. Get low.
You've spread fear within the syndicate. Get back to the safe house.
Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Okay, chill. These are good hits. Things are getting a little hot up here, okay? It's time to cool it down a little. Tell the others. It's really called Club Hole. Oh, make me over. I'm all I wanna be. It's just that easy. Doc, no problems, man. No problems. Thank you for backing me up yesterday, by the way. When I said that Miss Piggy was a bratty top and Apollo told me to be quiet, I appreciate that. It's like it's a tweet format. So really, after a lot of thinking, a lot of people try to tell me that they think that Miss Piggy would be a pillow princess, but I think she has the kind of energy that's more like a bratty top. And obviously Kermit is a sub, maybe even a pillow princess himself. The other dad at the barbecue. Hey, did you see the game last night? Yeah, are they making a Paris Olympic game? Come on, I mean, the Olympics are in like 2 weeks, right? That explains all the Olympic ads. Dude, I gotta figure out how to listen to podcasts ad-free every 15 minutes. We're 2 guys, 5 rings of the Olympics. It's me, something, something, and me, Bowen Yang. And we're doing an Olympics podcast? Yes. Are you guys seeing this ad every 4 seconds? You're trying to listen to how fucked up Steve Jobs is? Why are podcast ads so bad? I always just assume it's because I'm Canadian, so I only get like the most decroded ads. It's like I also heard that ad for like it kind of, I'm not even coming for the podcasters because I understand how the game is played, right? But the ad is like the #1 podcast. The Idaho Massacre is back. And I'm like, you're really leading with like, our podcast is so successful. By the way, 5 people got murdered in a tragedy like 2 years ago. It just kind of, I don't know, it leaves like a bad taste in my mouth. And then like, I mean, I feel for you guys that get hit with the Twitch ads, right? Because when I'm listening to these podcasts on the Peloton rides, I'll hear literally the same 6 ads like 50 times. I'm like, Malcolm Gladwell, I'm not listening to your podcast about Medal of Honor recipients, okay? I'm not listening to the definitive podcast for New Girl rewatchers. Like, it's just not in my wheelhouse. I'm not knocking the people doing it, but I mean, I have to kill you. Why'd you do that? I literally need to get in here in 1 second to grab his suit to get the prestige. He did that. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go into the kitchen. You're gonna ignore the spaghetti cans. You're gonna pick up some spaghetti cans. You're gonna go home. You're gonna open the spaghetti cans. You're gonna buy the pasta, not the dried stuff. You're gonna go to the fridge section. It's just better, Walt. Put your dried pasta away, Walt. Get yoinked.
Syndicate member eliminated. Well done, 47. Return to the safe house. Collect yourself. I'll be in touch.
Shockingly clean. If you ignore the headshot, what are you talking about? Looks like I got the headshot objective as well. Looks like you don't know what you're talking about. Headshots only, classic. Looks like you guys should go back to Hitman school, quite frankly. I'm an adaptable enforcer. Hey, Anel, have you seen the Breaking Bad episode with the fly? Yes, I'm not a degenerate. I watched the series front to back without hitting the skip button so I could get through it faster and add it to my letterboxd, despite not having appreciated it and been on my phone for 40% of the time. That's my favorite episode. Listen, no disrespect, that's just wrong. Ozymandias is the best episode. We solved that. Breaking Bad ending explained. J. Kenji Lopez-Walt Reddit. the Lizan Al-Gaib of Google. J. Kenji Lopez-Walt. Here's what you're gonna do, Alt. You're gonna soak the beans in a big pot for 12 hours. It's the only way to get the starch out. You're gonna pick out the happiest looking chickens at the animal preserve. Yeah, I don't know about cutting your onions like that. When I was like getting into cooking a little bit in university, I was like, I'm gonna be one of those guys who can chop a whole onion in like 7 seconds. I understand the geometry of it, that you do like the sideways cuts and then you leave the root intact so it holds everything, and then you do the diagonal cuts, and then the final cut actually just dices all of it. Tried to do it for like 10 years and then was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to cut it and then I'm just going to go like this on my cutting board. Life's too short to try to become like the Asuka Tano of fucking onions for me. I'm not I'm not a line chef or a line cook. I'm just making chili, man. Maybe I should buy Hitman. I'm not trying to cost them a sale, but it was like 98% off last week. It's probably worth like 10x what the game costs regular price, but you could also get it for like $1.50 like 3 days ago or something. Oh yeah, for the game without this mode though. All right. Sorry. We should consider ourselves lucky that video games don't cost what they're worth. Because Slay the Spire is actually like one of the most underpriced things of all time. I paid $15 for it once on my PC and $15 once on my phone, and I've probably got 2,000 hours total. That's insane. It's got to be one of the most underpriced pieces of entertainment that's ever existed. But like a 11-hour AAA generic schlock campaign simply designed to move the stock price of its parent corporation, that should not be $60. That should be 99 cents for the first month and then $15.99 a month for every month after that. And you can sign up with one click because all your payment information is stored in Google. But in order to cancel it, you actually have to phone them on the telephone, and they don't put the phone number anywhere on their website. They just try to redirect you to like an AI helper who's always like, hey,
Good job, 47.
could you tell me, why aren't you satisfied with Assassin's Creed 17? Like maybe we could help each other out. What are some of the most underpriced things in the world in terms of the value you receive versus the price that they are? Video games are a gimme. Sure, a water bottle. Water bottle's a good one. You can get a lot of mileage out of a water bottle. DVD of Treasure Planet, that's a given. Rice, beans, screwdrivers. Screwdriver's a good one. Can I hit you with one that you might not think of? $2.99 shoehorn. One of those things you're always like, I don't know that I need it till I need it. It's nice to have a shoehorn in the house.
You need to identify the target.
Opens up the kinds of shoes you'll wear too. You'll be like, these shoes are a little tight. Not with a shoehorn. Very, very workable if you got a shoehorn. Plunger. Having one plunger in your house minimum, but preferably one plunger per toilet. That's $19.99. That I promise you one day you'll be happy you spent that that $19.99. That's necklace, hat, black hair, gold chain, looking fucking sick with it. Oh, dude, the watch. I wore that watch to high school. My mom's kind of a Stevie Nicks type, and she gifted me like a thick fucking leather cuff that I put my watch on. So it looked exactly like that, man. And I was like, I was still the same height, so I was like 5'10", but I was like 132 pounds. So I think really the watch was probably wearing me. But like when I was wearing it, I was like, I look fucking sick, dude. Nobody knows I'm 17. They think I'm like a real grown up. They think I'm like 21. Anyway, you're my prime suspect for sure. You ever try to buy booze underage? I don't think I ever had the pleasure, honestly. I definitely drank booze underage. But there was like a lot of wink and nodding that took place in the before times. So in 2006, I was 17. I was living in the dorms. There was a service called Dial a Bottle. No hat. There was a service called Dial a Bottle where you could order alcohol over the phone and they would deliver it anywhere, including to the dorms. The catch was there had to be one person over the age of 19 to sign for it and show their ID, because 19 was the legal drinking age in Ontario. So there was like one person in our dorm who turned 19 like January of her first year of university. And we were just like, hey, let's get Dial a Bottle. And you order like 30 bottles of vodka. And then the guy comes to the door and is like, you know, who's signing for this? And we're like, oh, it's someone who's been 19 for like, I don't know, like 20 minutes. But what do they care, man?
I hope no one notices me. I feel like I really...
Yoink. Me when I walk into a Subway, dude, I hope no one notices me. I feel sick. Too true, too true. I mean, it's still like, you know, I know we don't want to just roll back our COVID material again and again, but I love the, you know, mid-2021 sign on the Subway that was like, hey, guys, just so you know, there's a maximum of 3 customers allowed inside the Subway at any given time, okay? I know you guys are dying to get in here, but we can only allow 3 of you to be in the store at the same time. You're like, 'cause when you order a pizza for yourself, but you're embarrassed, so you're like, hey guys, the pizza's here. Subway by me is always busy. I feel like the Subway is like the it's the inverse of the population density of where it's located. In 2024, at least. If you're in a city, my experience is that Subway is empty. And if you're in the suburbs or the country, the Subway is like packed wall to wall. Subway's nearing extinction. Honestly, as much as I love eating like a full loaf of bread in a single sitting, they kind of deserve to go out of business, or at least scale back hugely for like several reasons. The food is not that good. They're being outcompeted on taste. The price is now outrageous, especially when you consider that the food isn't that good, to put it nicely. And then also, like in the mid-2000s, they went so insane on like opening locations. There were like 6 Subways on the same block in some places. So it's just like they gotta just pull it back a little bit, man. Did you hear they had a partnership with Dr. Disrespect? I did not hear that. Something, something, if I had a nickel, something, something, I would only have 2, but it's still remarkable that it happened 2 times. My town of 100,000 people is like 13 Subways. I was like, and listen, I don't want to go off on people, but when one of the last times I went to a Subway was like 2 or 3 years ago. We had to get our Nexus renewed in Blaine, Washington. So we went to a place called the Birch Bay Square, which it's like a strip mall, basically. That's where the Nexus interview place was. We're like, we just drove like an hour and a half or something. Let's get some lunch. Went to the Subway. There's like 7 people in line for sandwiches, which blew me away. And I'm also like, I knew this was busy because there were 2 like 19-year-olds manning the counter. And I'm used to Subways where it's like owner operated, right? There's one dude in the back office like watching TikTok on his phone, and then one guy is taking the orders, putting the shit in the toaster, pulling it out of the toaster, asking what you want on it, asking if you want a drink and a cookie, putting it in the bag, handing you the card reader, and then going back to the first step in the line. So I was like, this place must get a lot of throughput. Then like I was like, 7 people is not that bad, I guess. Lady in front of us, should have known she had like a dossier. She had like 8 sandwiches to order. I was pissed off. Don't you know, lady, if you got 8 sandwiches, you're supposed to like Uber Eats pick up that shit so that nobody can judge you? You just walk in and say Uber Eats for Clara or something and then pick up the bag? It's probably the same drag on the organization, but at least like I don't have to like listen to you. It's not that it's a woman. It's not that it's a woman. Well, it's just for me. I mean, I felt bad for her too, and that's me genuinely being sincere. Because, like, some of the sandwiches were unhinged. You know, it's like, I want this, double meat, no cheese, toasted just for a bit. And I'm like, you got to start telling people, like, if it's your order, you can go in there and do that. As far as 2 sandwiches, I'll get you whatever kind of fucked up sandwiches you want, okay? When we get to 4 sandwiches, I'm basically doing 3 phenotypes. You can get plain, you can get everything, or you can get like lettuce, tomato, onion, and a sauce. Because I'm not doing this fucking, like Jenny wants pickles, green olives, not black olives, spinach instead of lettuce. That's crazy. You get to choose an A, B, or a C. If we get up to 8, it's plain or everything. That's it. I might allow plain everything, lettuce, tomato. That's because at some point it's just way too much shit to go through. Like, if I ever have a birthday party for my child where we go to, like, a fast food restaurant, I'm not taking 8 7-year-olds to Subway. That's not happening. We could go to McDonald's. Just make sure if you want your shit plain, you say plain when we order it. I'm willing to go to that extent, but we're definitely not going to, like, you know, Mod Pizza or something. They would, that's true. Although kids are weird. I was going to say, like, what group of 7-year-olds would be like, let's go to Subway? But sometimes kids are like, you know, it's my favorite restaurant. Like, because they don't know what they're doing. What's your Subway order? I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. I've been clean for, I'm going to guess, 2 years. I definitely did eat a Subway sandwich while recovering from food poisoning. Were you trying to get food poisoning? Listen, honestly, like, I don't feel like you're gonna get food poisoning from Subway any more likely than from any other restaurant. It's gotta be relatively clean. I guess, like, the vegetables are raw, so there's a chance, but, like, I'm just gonna, as someone who's had salmonella and campylobacter, at the same time, if your immune system can't handle bread, preserved meats, and vegetables, like, you're in for a difficult life. Maybe you already know that and I'm punching down, in which case I apologize, but, like, I guess people do get sick from lunch meat now and then. They have listeria in lettuce all the time. What do you mean they have? Like the International Foundation of Lettuce Farmers? I'm hiding in a more dangerous area now? A closet. Now we're talking. This is genuinely a better option. Let's go. Yeah, turn it off. 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 It'd been a bit. I was itching for it. Man, they straight up hate my ass, huh? Just when I got an outfit that would have allowed me to go up here, they're like, now go back down. And you already know I have no idea, like, where the hell I'm going. I know there's got to be, like, a panic room or something in here. It's the consulate, man. It's the place my mom always tells me to call whenever I visit a foreign country. As if, like, if a typhoon hits my hotel, the Canadian consulate in Japan is going to be like, we got to get this VIP out of here. Come on, man. I want to go down the stairs. Hello. Yoinky?
Do I know you?
There he is. My man. Oh my God. I don't know how to get back up, man. I just came down. This shit is rich in malarkey.
Hey, who are you, buddy?
Some of the most malarkey I've ever seen. He hates me too? He's Steve Jobs posting. That's lethal poison. No, that's emetic poison. That's perfect. He's just gonna go right on the floor, dude. Please don't go downstairs. I'm gonna die. Don't go to the staircase, brother.
Huh? Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was right here the whole time. Yo, he's planking, bro.
You should get back to the safe house. I'll contact you later.
Take a couple of those. Call me in the morning.
Come in, Central.
What was that for? I mean, he was insanely pissing me off. So yeah, I hit him with the diarrhea dart. Then I slit his throat. He fell into the toilet and I shot him in the back of the head. And now you might actually be a psychopath? What's crazy is that, like, I always got to remember, and it's becoming increasingly easy because I spend more time, like, interfacing with the real world as a result of my progeny. When I treat nameless, faceless video game characters, I'm not even talking about Cloud Strife, I'm talking about guy number 6 outside of 7th Heaven Bar in the slums of Midgar. When I treat him with derision, people are like, you're a psychopath. Okay, show me texts with your best friend. Show me your group chat. Let's see who's mentally ill here. You know what my group chats look like? Hey, how you guys doing today? Saw something that reminded me of you. Here's a TikTok. Let me guess, yours doesn't look like that. It probably looks a little bit different. Show us your private Discord with Chibli. Okay, let me just take a quick peek at the last messages we sent. It was probably like a while ago. Chibli, we haven't had a DM in a year. Holy cow, I've been using Jake S for a year. Yo, want to get a full BattleBit squad? Sorry, Chib, I don't know 255 people. Bro, a squad's only like 8? Yeah, I'd be down. Pog, what day do you have in mind? Maybe Wednesday as a London replacement? Yeah, Pog, recruit the troops, man. We're going to war. Jake S. No wonder it was the last time we DM'd. Bro convinced me to play BattleBit Theater. Did you see that New York City just invented garbage cans? I think we already, it's not your fault. I think we already did this discourse though. Oh no, I did it in Jay's chat. Because I said, Jay, is it true that New York City just invented garbage cans? And then Jay was like, yeah, it's like, It's crazy. If you go there, if you go into the city on trash day, they just have bags on the street. And I'm like, what kind of nonsense is that, man? They just invented trash cans? Like, I mean, I live in Canada. We got bags. Or we got cans, I should say. We've had cans for like, I'm assuming longer than my entire life. I'm loaded. I am loaded with illegal stuff. All right, well, you know how it goes. You already know I'm addicted to it. But also, the stream is getting close to ending, so... Oh my god, you fired the gun, you piece. That means I have to kill you now. Somebody explain to me what this guy's problem is. There's a lot of bodies in the bathroom. You're not wrong. This shit do be looking like Ally McBeal. Wait it out. Wait. Isn't there a, you know what, buddy? Doesn't he have an outfit? I thought he had that outfit of bank robber. Oh, there it is.
Right there. Roger that.
So I'm pretty media literate. I'm kind of surprised that the cops aren't shooting me to death already. Okay, you asked for it. Center of mass. You want a slice of this stuff, buddy? Or do you want the whole thing?
Your target is on to you and is trying to get away.
The stairs! Oh! I should have known. I should have known that didn't stand a chance. Oh, man.
How unfortunate. It rather appears that you ran out of luck.
My legendary! It is end of stream debuff. I should have known. Should have known. Alright, let me see if my wife is ready to stream. Hello. Are you ready to stream? One day we'll be good at Hitman or never play it again. Oh no, I'm not ready. I'm deep in the Honkai Star Rail. I mean, it's the same time every day. They didn't move 2 p.m., you know? How does this happen? I had stuff to do. I gotta eat, get a little YouTube work done. I really only get like an hour and a bit. Then I gotta pick up my daughter from daycare. She's got an activity right after daycare. Take her home, give her a snack. Then I got an activity that happens after that. Then I gotta come home. I'm gonna eat, and then I'm on baby duty tonight. So I gotta put her to bed. And because she's sleeping in our room right now, once she goes to bed, she needs someone to be in the bedroom with her. Otherwise, she gets scared. So basically, like my time from right now till about 9:30 is pretty wild, which basically takes us to 5:45 in the morning when I wake up because I fast travel at night. I wake up, go to the bathroom real quick, another Marg Tower, eat a bagel, hopefully feel well enough to hop on the Peloton for 2 hours, hop off, take the shortest shower of all time, get her dressed, give her some breakfast, and then come down here at 9:20. There's some dude asking, is he going to be live today? I'm locked in until you see me again, so I need to get some food in me. She is live. Okay, I'll send you there. What's your activity tonight? I'm not going to tell you because I don't want you to show up and weird out the vibe by letting everybody know that I'm like a very important person. I'm enjoying like the obscurity of it. If I see a bunch of 6'2" skinny guys with glasses between the ages of like 18 and 30, I'm going to pack my shit and go home. I'll take my ass out of there, find something else to do. It's not you, it's just I need my time, okay? It's my time.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kinda odd. No barking from the dog, no smog. Mama cooked the breakfast with no hog. I got my grub on, but didn't pig out. Finally got a call from a girl I wanna dig out. Hooked it up for later as I hit the door. Thinking where I live, another 24. I gotta go, cause I got me a drop top. And if I hit the switch, I can make a ass drop. Had to stop at a red light. Looking in my mirror, not a jacket inside. And everything is alright. I got a beat from Kim, and she can do it all night. Called up the homies, and I'm asking y'all, which park are y'all playing basketball? Get me on the court, and I'm trouble. Last week, messed around and got a triple-double. Freaking brothers every way like MJ. Can't believe today was a good day.